Hi, I'm Mike Procopo, paramedic, King County Medic 1, Class 39.
And I'm Naomi Tsukuda Doring, Class 45.
And today, we're going to take you on a tour of our paramedic unit, Medic 9, based here on Vashon Island. So what makes our Medic 1 unit special and unique from other ambulances or aid cars that you're going to see within King County is that we carry advanced cardiac life support drugs, and we have a higher level of education that allows us to perform a more thorough assessment of our patients who have sustained medical or trauma injuries.
So the level of training that King County paramedics receive is a year at Harborview. We receive instruction under the physician, and we are supervised by the School of Medicine. So we get to have many more opportunities than other paramedic programs in the area specifically. We get to do ICU rotations, trauma rotations. We get to visit the OR and also children's OR.
From day one, we're traveling with trained Seattle paramedics who have also gone through paramedic training at Harborview. We're in the field watching them assess patients and deliver medical care, while we're also in tandem attending classes during the day that are facilitated by physicians, nurses, and other faculty.
So one of my roles as the lead or officer today is to manage the MDC, which is our mobile data computer. So this is the terminal where we get all of our information related to whatever call we are going on today. So we'll get the address, the chief complaint, and a possible route we can take to get to this call. So when you call 911 and you request help, they start to send you units right away. As you continue to talk to the dispatcher, they gain more information. We continue to get that information as we are en route to the scene. We also get more information from the BLS units who happen to be on scene before us as well. So by the time we get there, we have a pretty good idea of what we're going to. Other than the mobile data computer, the other thing that I'm responsible for as lead is to manage radio communications while en route to the scene. So whether this be talking to dispatch or other initial arriving units on the scene, this is all my responsibility, which allows Mike to just focus on driving and being safe on the road. I'm also responsible for writing the chart for the patient that we see on this call. So we call them charts because they used to be all on paper, and while they're all on computer now, we're still responsible for filling these out and then providing them to the hospital as a record of our care.
So as the driver, it's my responsibility for the safe operation of the unit as we proceed to a call. Once we've been at the call and we've determined we're going to transport the patient, it's also my job to safely operate to the appropriate transport destination for the patient. One of the other responsibilities when operating the medic unit and responding to a call is getting to use the lights and sirens. Now we're going to come into one of the most important compartments on the outside of our unit that we use every day on every call. In here we house all of our different kits that we take in on the calls. The first is our orange that we refer to as the drug box. And within this box, we contain all of our medications that we use for treating different medical emergencies. Next, we have our black kit, which we call our vent kit. And this is the kit that houses all of our different adjuncts for treating respiratory emergencies. Next, we have our Life Pack 15, and this is our monitor that allows us to evaluate cardiac emergencies, deliver therapeutic electricity to patients, and generally monitor their condition. Next, we have our yellow kit, which is our PEDS kit. This pediatrics kit houses all of our pediatric-specific needs for treating those different patients. And lastly, we have our green or special needs kit. And this kit contains some rarely used items that when we do need, we are really in need of them.
So now it's time to take a look at our kits. So this is our drug kit. We have all of the drugs that live up here and some down here. This is for us to help treat people with asthma exacerbation all the way to cardiac arrest. Everything lives in this box. And we have IV supplies down here as well. But for the most part, this is the bread and butter of what we bring on scene with us. Next, we have our vent kits. This is the kit that we bring in to help manage patients' airways, whether it's asthma, like I said, or if we need to put a breathing tube in for patients who are much sicker than that.
So this is our Life Pack 15, and this is the mainstay of what we do as paramedics. This allows us to evaluate and treat various cardiac emergencies. Next, we have our PEDS kit, and this kit is specific to pediatric emergencies and those size patients and their needs. Lastly, we have our special needs kit, which carries some additional adjuncts that allow us to treat very, very urgent and emergent emergencies.
So, another compartment that we have on our rig is our personal gear compartment. So in here we have our personal flotation devices, other extrication gear that we might use for patients, and then our personal gear, like our bunker gear and our ballistic vests.
Now, let's take our tour to the back of the medic unit, to the patient care area in the box, where we tend to the patients during transport to the hospital. Patient care area is important because it is modeled similar to an emergency room suite that you would find in a hospital. Here we carry the same advanced drugs, therapies, and treatments that you would receive in an emergency room hospital.
Now that we're in the back of our medic unit, let me just walk you through what we have in here. So just like we saw in the kits, we have a duplicate of everything that we had. We make sure that we have all of this equipment here because we need to be able to continuously treat our patients en route to the hospital. Up here, you'll find our airway equipment. Down here, you'll see IV supplies, drugs in the top drawer. And then just like with the pediatric kit, we have our own pediatric drawer.
So this is our power cot. Our power cot is what we use to transport patients in and out of residences and buildings to the medic unit, and then from the medic unit into the hospital. Power cot is important because not only does it facilitate transport of the patient, but since our upgrade to a power cot, thanks to donations from the Medic One Foundation, we're able to move patients more efficiently with less manual effort and with a lot lower risk of injury to providers at the scene.
The most important thing about being cared for in the back of a King County paramedic unit is that you will be cared for like family and treated by paramedics who are trained by the Medic One paramedic training program.
I'd like to take this time to thank the Medic One Foundation and their donors and supporters for giving us the ability to get this training to come out and provide these important life-saving advanced techniques for the members of our community and the greater area at large that we serve. Thank you for taking this time today to join us for a tour through a King County Medic One paramedic unit. We hope that this time has been informative for you and that you have learned a little bit more about what we do and the services that we're able to provide to the community at large. Thank you.